It's day 4 of BOGOs in South Africa for doTERRA. How absolutely exciting. So we are going live again today to teach you a little bit more about today's offers. And I am going to just bring on my co-host for the day, Marie Pretorius, the health nerd. There we go. Yay, Maria's on. Let's just see if I can get her on. And we, oh, look at what you have on your earrings today. Oh my word, can we carry on doing this forever so we can check out all your earrings?
I know I'm going to get loads of requests for people that want beautiful earrings like this as well, but you guys are just going to have to DM me.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that. I can see Shirley Lessing has just joined. Welcome, Shirley. It's so good to have you on today. And yes, if you want to order Marie's earrings, there we go.
High quality.
So I'm appropriately wearing my favorite citrus oil color today on my lips, on my top, because today we are talking about the most amazing citrus oil. It's my favorite. I know I love lime. I love green mandarin. I love wild orange. I love lemon. But I think by far, grapefruit is my absolute favorite. So we're going to be talking about that today. And you'll, of course, be covering Juniper Berry, which you really love for 2 reasons. Can you think both?
Wow.
What are they?
It
Juniper,
is the oil of the night.
And gin.
And gin. Let's not forget the gin.
That was actually the first one that came to mind. Obviously, it was definitely the gin.
Oh goodness. Yeah, no, it's definitely, those of you that know me or that have seen me a couple of times, you'll know I'm all about sleep. And unfortunately, the gin, isn't it such a contradiction that an oil that you make gin out of is also amazing for sleep? It is just out of this world. I can't wait to talk about it. So let's go. What are you talking about? Let's hear.
Well, let's first welcome Anita. She's just joined and you've just gone a little bit fuzzy. There we go. Your camera is like zooming in and out. It's trying to focus on those beautiful earrings. I think that's what it's doing. There we go. Yeah. All right, so let's get started. It's day 4, guys. It's the last 2 days. And yes, we may have a little bit of a BOGO fatigue going on because we're selling so many deals, but you know how much fun it is because we can get everyone involved. And this education part for us is really, really exciting. Look, Shirley's already putting in an order for your earrings. So we are having a little bit of BOGO fatigue, and that's why the oil that I'm talking about today is going to be so very relevant, because it's actually a really good oil to energize you and wake you up, right? And you are then going to be talking about the sleep part, which we really need to be able to energize us for the last day, which is going to be tomorrow. Yeah, so let's just get the admin out of the way. Today, if you purchase the oil Juniper Berry, which Marie is going to speak to us about and teach us a little bit about, you're going to be purchasing that at wholesale price for 370 Rand. If you don't have an account with doTERRA yet, not a problem. You can purchase from us retail, or you can go and buy it on your wholesale account. And then you're going to get for free grapefruit, which is worth 353 Rand. So it's insane because you're getting almost exactly the set. It's literally buy one, get one in value wise as well. And of course, the grapefruit is a 15 ml bottle, whereas Juniper is 5. So you're getting 3 times the amount of oil as well. So I think today's deal is actually going to sell out quite fast. And also on the admin side, I'm just going to say this now because I'm scared we're going to forget this. Today we're on my page, My Botanic Me. Tomorrow we'll be on the Marie Pretorius, her Instagram profile for our last BOGO of the week. So please don't miss us tomorrow at 12 either. But we do post the videos on both of our profiles under the video section. So you're always able to go and replay if there is so much good information that you can't remember everything that we say. All right. So let's get started. Grapefruit or juniper? Who is going to go first?
I suspect the grapefruit is going to have to go first because it is a uniquely South African product.
That's true. We do source grapefruit from several countries around the world, actually. And a portion of that, because obviously there's a very big demand for ruby grapefruit essential oil around the world, a big part of that does come from South Africa. But I do know we also source it from other countries as well. But how cool is it that some of the grapefruit essential oil that you're going to be purchasing is coming from our own country? I think that is that is super wow. Yeah,
Super awesome.
So when you open this bottle, I mean, aromatically, I find it to be very distinct compared to the other other citrus essential oils. And I think the reason for that, it is almost purely limonene when we look at the chemistry side. There's very few other chemical constituents in here. This is the citrus essential oil with the highest limonene. Now, limonene is happiness. It's cleansing. It is supporting the hormones, and we'll get into that. But I think the reason this is one of my absolute favorites is it smells beautiful. And to me, this is a more feminine and uplifting and energizing fragrance than any flower will ever come close to, my personal opinion. And I love it so much that even in the months where I can't find the ruby grapefruit to buy to eat, I buy frozen. Look, it's just come out of the freezer. So it's the frozen organic juice, and then obviously I can use this in my cooking, or I can drink it. I always dilute my fruit juices just to dilute out the sugar a little bit. But that's also quite a cool thing, because the grapefruit is also really good for sugar metabolism, and that's why it's so very effective when we start talking about the weight loss. But I think the best part about grapefruit, okay, this is not a grapefruit, okay, but you can do this with grapefruit in your dehydrator. These are beautiful. Dehydrated fruit in your gin. Maria had some of this recently when she came to visit me. And let me tell you, this up levels your cocktail like you cannot even imagine. So they are quite crispy. And when you put them into that cold fizzy drink and then you leave it for like a minute or two, crunch, crunch, crunch. It is the most amazing taste. I can just see there's a comment. Let's just see.
Anita.
Smell of juniper. SA really blessed to have such a variety of fruit like ruby. Missed that. Yes, there we go. Anita's not living here. That's the thing. Anita, do you want to put for us in the comments where you're from so everyone can see where you're dialing in from? Because I'm actually quite proud about that. That there's people in the rest of Africa who's also checking in on our daily videos. We also have a Ursula. I assume it's Ursula. There we go.
Yeah, where are you from, Ursula? Tell us. Where are you tuning in from?
So I'm going to wait for Anita to answer that before I do. All right. So basically, this grapefruit essential oil, the reason why I love it so much on the emotional side specifically is because it's going to honor you and your body. And if you think how much body shaming goes on every single day, not only women to other women, but body shaming ourselves. I think a very large percentage of women have what we call body dysmorphic disorder, right? So we always think we're bigger than we are. Sometimes I feel that, but then I walk into walls with my shoulder, and then I remind myself, okay, so now you think you're smaller than you really am. Maybe you had too many grapefruits today. I don't know. But basically, I think the reason why grapefruit is involved in so many of our healthy wellness protocols to help us to slim down is more to do with the emotional effects, because it helps you accept your body as it is. So you become more respectful of your own body, and you start loving your own body. So you feel nourished. You have a healthy relationship with food when you start using grapefruit more often, especially if you inhale it, because it teaches us that no amount of food can fill a hole in the heart. Only love can. All right. Yes. And that's the beauty for all of us that are such emotional eaters. So grapefruit, smelling it, pure happiness. I like my body. I'm happy with what I have. I'm going to work with what I have. And I think that is the beautiful part on the emotional side. And did you know, Marie, I'm going to actually now, this woman who's not ever had children, I'm a cat mom, very proud cat mom. This was my gift to the earth. But I'm going to be talking about pregnancy today. Can you believe that?
What? No, Dr. Yes. T, really, get out of here.
Yep. Oh, good. Anita's answered. She's all the way from Rwanda. Hey, I'm absolutely so thrilled with that. Yep. We even have wellness advocates in Rwanda. So basically this grapefruit essential oil, and this is coming from the Essential Midwives book specifically, because I can't talk out of own experience, but this is coming from very reputable sources. So grapefruit, all the citrus oils are very good actually internally for detoxing, right? But the grapefruit is very specifically advised to be used during pregnancy for those that are experiencing exhaustion from grapefruit. I'm just using it at the moment for BOGO fatigues, but it's very good when you combine it with peppermint for pregnancy exhaustion. It's also really good for what we call happy ankles. So you know when you start swelling a little bit or maybe a lot, And again, I use this even though I'm not pregnant. I'm going to tell you how I use it. But for pregnancy, especially when you start retaining water in the lower parts of your legs, especially those women that still have to stand a lot during the day when they haven't taken off leave at work yet, combining the grapefruit with some of the essential oils that increase circulation is really good to bring down that swelling. So combining grapefruit with cypress, for example, and aroma touch, that is a really good blend. Those oils together work really well in bringing down the swelling. And I combine it with peppermint and Epsom salts in my foot spa at night when my footsies are really sore from walking around too much during the day or whatever. That cools my feet down, and it starts helping with the detox. So it is also going to bring down that sort of water retention, inflammatory kind of reaction that's going on in your feet. So really on that side, it is a very, very beautiful oil. And I think on top of the list for any kind of fertility protocol, grapefruit essential oil is always there, and it actually quite high doses. So drinking between 5 to 7 drops in a capsule 2 times a day is what the experts say for fertility. And the reason why it's so good is because grapefruit helps prevent cortisol, which is our stress hormone, which sometimes keeps us awake at night as well. It prevents cortisol from blocking the production of progesterone, because if your cortisol is too high, it blocks progesterone production, and the grapefruit can prevent that, which is also why it's really good in fertility protocols. You know, when most women can't fall pregnant, yes, there's a lot of other factors that have a big role, but stress is one of the biggest ones of that because of what's happening with the cortisol and the progesterone. So incredible oil to be starting using internally, diffusing. I wouldn't apply it topically in South Africa because it is going to be very highly photosensitive if you're going to go into the sun within 12 hours. But there's many other parts of your body, like at the bottoms of your feet, having that Epsom foot soak, that's going to be really beneficial. There's just one thing that I want to mention here, because I know a lot of people have contraindications when they are on certain medications where the doctors tell them that they may not eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice. And this is very relevant because it actually has an effect on the medication. Now, rest assured, the doTERRA grapefruit essential oil, it doesn't contain those components. Those components that interfere with the medication are not volatile. So they don't actually come with when we are producing this essential oil through cold expression from the rind of the grapefruit. Okay, so this is safe to use. This is not going to have the same contraindication as grapefruit juice. All right, so must have grapefruit. Oh, and one other thing, cellular health, breast health, cells proliferating uncontrollably, what we don't want in our breast tissue area. I have a really amazing breast detox blend that I roll onto my breast area. It really also helps you if you roll this on every day and you sort of give it in, put it into a massaging action with your hands, because then you're doubling this with your breast examinations. Okay, so this is a plus point on all levels. And my breast detox blend combined with some other oils is fantastic for good cellular health. So if you want that recipe for the breast detox blend, please comment breast in the comments below. Marie, we might have to take some notes because I don't know if the live actually records who's going to ask for them.
I see that Fitness Bay has joined us. Welcome, welcome. I hope you get some benefit out of this. Anything that you've missed, you can watch on the replay. So Tanya is almost finished with...
I am almost finished. Just that last, just to accentuate, if you want that breast detox blend, put breast in the comments and we'll get that to you. All right. And if you don't have grapefruit yet, please go buy some juniper, which Maria is going to talk about now, because you're going to need the grapefruit as well. Go for it, Marie.
Right. So we know that juniper berry is the oil of the night. So if you have a fear of the dark, which the only reason why I'm not playing this at maximum volume is because I don't want us to get kicked out and get tagged for copyright infringement or anything like that. We do want to make sure that the artists get their money, right? So we don't do that. But it is an absolutely wonderful oil that is used to help prevent nightmares or help you get relief from nightmares, help you sleep better. I've used it quite a lot. Obviously, it comes from the juniper berry, and it is used to make gin, which is amazing. But the interesting thing that I find is that it's an oil that is often used in alcohol addictions or food addictions. So if you are struggling to get rid of alcohol addictions or a food addiction, this is the oil that you would want to use either internally, because CPTG oils you can use internally, provided you follow the safety guidelines. And I'm now talking about adults. I'm not talking about children. Children have a completely different protocol. So if you're wondering what that protocol would be, please drop us a note and we'll help you. So the other thing with alcohol I find is, and if you can go and have a look at a previous video of mine, is for me, alcohol definitely buggers up my sleep. It just does. So even though the gin would give you a great social interaction at lunchtime, you can use the juniper berry oil in the evening to make sure that you go to sleep well and that you sleep well. But it's not only for alcohol and food addictions. It is also very, very good for liver detox. Oh, did you know?
Good. That's excellent.
Liver detox and all kinds of detox. So kidneys, urinary tract infections, all kinds of infections. It would fight those infections for you. So while you sleep, isn't that amazing?
It's an absolute win. I agree.
We know that sleep is absolutely important. It's so, so important. It's one of the absolute cornerstones of your health. So if you are not sleeping well, please get in touch with us, because I can help you. I've battled this week, but now that we've got the juniper berry and I have had to read up on it again, I'm so, so, so thankful, because tonight, guess what's going into my diffuser? You can also use it topically on your forehead, on your temples, under the feet if you want. Like I say, you can use a couple of drops under your tongue before you go to bed, and diffusing. So it's such an amazingly versatile oil. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, because we are in the science community with Dr. T, we'll talk about the chemical constituents quickly. So it's dominated by the monoterpenes, which are the alpha-pinene, myrcene, saponine, and limonene. And there are some sesquiterpenes in there as well. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
That was so well pronounced for someone that doesn't do the science. Love it. Thank you.
I don't.
Proud of you.
But if you want to know more about the science and some of the other uses of the oils, do go and check out Botanicamy's YouTube page. It is in the singles series, and many of the other oils that we talked about this week are in there as well. So you can continue your education, and remember that the deal for today is you buy Juniper Berry. See, I haven't had a gin yet.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. Buy Juniper Berry and you get the amazing grapefruit for free. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a doTERRA account yet, get in touch with either of us and we will help you get started. Of course, there's always continued support. It's a lovely community and there are so many benefits of becoming part of this healthy healing community. We'd love to have you on board.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And yeah, thanks for reminding me about my own YouTube channel. There's a lot of good free education in there with quite in-depth detail. There's a chemistry series. There's also the single series. So a lot of the information you will find in there as well. So thank you so much for joining today. I think if there's nothing else for us to add, those that want that breast detox mix, remember, just put in the comments breast. We have a little surprise tomorrow as well for an extra freebie. So please be on there live tomorrow. We won't be sending it out for the replays, just for those that are attending live. So see you all on 12 tomorrow, definitely. And we all are going to be on Marie's page tomorrow, not Botanicamy, okay? So the Marie Pretorius, we're going live from her Insta tomorrow, so don't miss it. Oh, look, Anita's just given us
thanks
a good
for that additional notes that it's also good for ADHD. I'm assuming you're talking about the juniper berry. It's quite a complex oil, right? And it's got so many. All the oils that are quite complex seem to have loads and loads of different benefits. So yeah, thanks for that. That's a really, really nice tip there. So if anybody has kids or adults or are struggling with ADHD themselves, do try it. It's worth a try.
It could definitely support the condition. Obviously, it's not going to fix it. It's just a supportive, natural solution in combination with other medication or lifestyle choices that you are going to be making. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that you shared that. Thanks, Anita. All right.
Awesome. We'll see you all
Cheerio.
tomorrow.
Yes,
Yes.
so exciting. Let's go get BOGOs.